Are we working?
Are we working?
Yep.
Are we working?
Yep. Hello, everybody. It's James. Welcome to the live Q&A stream. We've got so many people on. This is awesome. We are going to wait just a couple of minutes so we can get everybody loaded. And we will start the festivities. And we don't have just one, but two major announcements. Maybe three. Maybe three announcements. We've got some big things coming for the channel. And I'm super, super excited to be with everyone, talk to everybody, just to mingle a little bit. So let's give it just another minute or so, and then we will start and start answering some questions. Maybe make an announcement. Maybe. Where are we at? We are at 99.88 for subscribers. We need 12 subscribers to hit 10,000 subs. If you're not subscribed yet, do it. Get subscribed. And if you are subscribed, tell your friends, tell your family, go subscribe to Awesome US Movies to hit that 10,000 subscribers. I'm pregnant? Thanks, chefs. That's not nice. What is that about? I'm not pregnant. Uh-oh. Do we lose the connection? Oh, my announcement that I'm pregnant? Thanks. No. Wow, Sofa and Chill, $10. You're awesome. You did not have to do that. I understand Chef's Kiss. I got it. I'm pregnant. I get it now. Okay, we've got about 25 people going, or a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get started. It is 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I promised that I would start kicking things off and start doing some cool questions and answer session is what we'll start off with. But first, I suppose we should do that. And that is to announce 10,000 subscribers for this fairly new channel. We've been doing this for just over a year and some change. And a year and some change ago, I thought I'd get about 100 subscribers in a year. So 10,000 is crazy. But we're going to try and take 10,000 to a whole nother level, because I'm announcing something tonight, and I should preface this with, I've gotten my wife's approval. That's very important. That I've gotten her approval to do this. So, to celebrate, and I'm actually kind of nervous announcing this. It's crazy. To celebrate 10,000 subscribers, I am taking the majority of my YouTube money over this last year and change, and I'm giving it away. You heard me correctly. And let me pull up the thing. I am giving one of you, my subscriber, $1,000. For the next 30 days, ending on the 1st of October, I am going to allow anybody that wants to subscribe to my channel and to comment. For each comment, no duplicates. You can't comment like 50 times, it won't count. For each video you comment on as a user, you have one entry into winning $1,000. So for the next 30 days, I am going to give away the majority of my YouTube money and try and build our 10,000 subscriber base. I'm hoping to get 5,000 subscribers in the next 30 days by giving away $1,000 to one of my subscribers. So all you have to do is comment on my videos. You can go all the way back to my very first video, which is Star Wars Episode 4. And you can comment on every single video, and each comment you give counts as one entry into winning $1,000. What does everybody think about that? Am I a little crazy? Am I crazy for doing this? So tell your friends, tell your mothers, tell your relatives that all they have to do is subscribe to Awesome US Movies and comment on at least one video. At least one, and they will get an entry into winning $1,000. I want to share my love for this community, and the only way I can do that is by keeping this channel going and by growing this channel. So I'm taking the money that I've earned from this channel and I'm giving it back to my subscribers. So for the next 30 days, it ends on October 1st. You can go and comment on any one of my videos and be subscribed, and you'll have a chance to win $1,000. Most likely because of rules and things like with YouTube, it'll be $1,000 Amazon gift card, just because there's specific things where I can't just give cash to people. There's financial laws against that. So I will be giving $1,000 gift card for Amazon to one of my subscribers over the next 30 days. So more to come on that, but I know the rules on YouTube are tough. I know, but you can only do one comment counts per video. You can't spam comments; it doesn't count. There's a way to deduplicate the comments to find unique users. So that's what we're going to be doing. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So tell your friends, tell your sisters and brothers, your relatives, your friends, whoever. Tell them to subscribe to Awesome US Movies and comment on a video, and they'll have a chance to win $1,000. So now that we have that out in the open, which is amazing, let's get to some Q&A. How about that? Does anybody have any questions before I start the Q&A session? There's like a 5-second delay. I hate it that there's a 5-second delay. No, there's no Nigerian princes involved. I promise. Thanks, Canadian Chris. That was awesome. Hi, Quincy. I'm doing great. Can we do one more comment on a video ready? No. A single, for each video, you can only comment one times for it to enter into the, I don't know, the giveaway, I guess is what we're going to call it. So, but you can comment on every single video I've done, and there's about 100 of them. So that's 100 entries if you want. But you have to go back to each video and comment on each one of them. Okay. Is Nia? Hey, Nia. Sofa and Chill is a fantastic channel that's out there, you guys. They're in the comments section. And then Nia is another reaction channel. She's great. Go ahead and check her channel out as well. So, I don't the money I commit on your videos anyways. Your reactions are great. Okay, well, thanks, Toto, but you're still going to be in for it, buddy. I promise. So, let's get into the Q&A. My Patreons have sent in some questions first, and then we'll get to some of the other questions that everybody did. By the way, all of the questions are coming from either from Patreon or every single week. You should check out my community page on YouTube. I post every Saturday morning what the movies are going to be for next week. And I also post like news and some pictures and stuff like that that's going on in my life. And everybody had a chance to post in the community section what their questions were. So I'll be reading those as well. Oh, Jordan's here from Relax with JNC. I've talked about his channel before. He's got a great channel as well. Lots of anime over there, which I don't touch. But he's also done several movies, which I haven't watched yet. So you should check out Jordan's channel, which is Relax with JNC. So Quincy, who's on the message board right now, she asked, what has surprised you most about putting yourself out there on YouTube? And there's two answers to this. One, it's you. It's all of you. That is what surprised me most. The support from you, my subscribers. I mean, you guys, there's a reason why I end every single one of my videos with "You are awesome." Because you are. You're amazing. And don't let people tell you otherwise. So that's number one. And the other one is how awesome, like, a bunch of these movies are that I've been watching. Like, I've been missing out. But I think that's the point of the channel, right? Is my boys saw this gap in my life. And I'm filling it with you and these awesome movies. So thank you. Thank you to them, and thank you to all of you. Let's see. Favorite and least favorite parts of being online. My favorite is interacting with you, all of my subscribers and commenters. I try and answer almost every single comment I get. I really do. But they are piling up. So I am a little bit behind on my comments. I'm trying to get them all done. The second one is editing. That's probably my least favorite. Editing there's a lot to it. I do all of my own editing. Nobody else edits my stuff. And it takes just absolute hours, 5 to 7 hours. If it's a really short movie, 3 hours. But usually it's between 5 to 7 hours to edit any one, any specific movie. Like Titanic and Avatar, they took forever. They did. They took a really long time. So did Green Mile. Green Mile took a long time too. So thanks for Quincy. Thanks for those questions. Let's see. We've got another Patreon person, Derp Daily Gaming, and a non-Patreon, Diane, was here. Also, they asked the same questions. So how long was I a farmer for, and how many acres did I have, and what did I grow? We had a very large farm. And actually, I have a picture for everyone because I actually visited the farm a couple of weeks ago. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Let's get rid of this. Okay, can you guys see the farm? I think so. There, is that better? Okay, so that is our farm. And as you can see, it goes all the way up a whole bunch of hills. And so from where I'm standing, it goes about another 50 acres or so. And then all the way in the back where you see trees, that's the next farm. So we had a very, very large farm. And we lost the farm. Our family we had a very, very, very bad year. And we couldn't handle it. The debt was too large and the land was worth too much money. And so we sold the farm to get out of debt. Plus, my father had become quite ill. He had diabetes fairly badly. And so it wasn't sustainable for our family. And we wanted another family to take it over and continue the farming journey. And on that, if you are interested in farming and all and what it's like to be a farmer, then please check out Laura Farms. It is a farming channel. She's got a lot of subscribers. She makes some amazing content. But more importantly, she knows the difficulty of being a farmer and how much work is involved in being a farmer. It's nonstop. You are constantly repairing something. Something's either broken or needs to be repaired or is in the process of needing to be repaired eventually. So you're doing oil changes and you're fixing things. You're replacing belts. You're replacing tires. You're doing all the maintenance on all the equipment and the farm constantly. There's no end in sight. So Laura Farms is a fantastic YouTube channel if you want to learn about farming and what it really takes to be a farmer. So there's that. Okay, let's see, what else? So thank you for that. Stephanie C., who's a Patreon member. Thanks, Steph. What books have you read that you'd be interested in watching the movie version of? Me and my boys have had this discussion multiple times. Because, if you guys remember, a few weeks ago we did courtroom dramas. That was very difficult for me because I've basically read all the courtroom dramas that are major motion pictures at this point. So, I didn't know there was a book called For a Few Good Men, and I don't think there is one for My Cousin Vinny. Those are the two we did, because I didn't know those. But we talked about many, many others. The Firm, The Client, Rainmaker. There's Time to Kill. There's all kinds of them that are out there that I've already read. I know the outcomes. It doesn't really make sense to watch them. I know the verdicts. I know everything that's going on. So, and we'd actually gone through those books versus movies. So I'd tell them, this is the plot I remember. And they'd be like, yeah, that's basically what happens in the movie. And that basically rules the movie out. And that's the downside of, the voracious book reader that I am. So, to answer your question, it's probably right. So there's 3 movies. The Lincoln Lawyer, we found out the book is not quite like the movie, so I might watch The Lincoln Lawyer. The Martian is apparently nothing like the book. The book is quite long. He's very funny in the book, but it's a very tedious book for managing Mars and everything that he has to manage and things like that. There's at one point he takes a 3-month-long journey in his rover, just wandering around Mars, trying to figure out, places for some capsule to land in the future or something like that. So they said The Martian isn't like that at all, so I should consider watching The Martian. And the last one is Ready Player One, which is a fantastic novel that I very much love the concept of. But they have concerns about, one, the movie isn't anything like the book, apparently. And there are a ton of like movie references that I may or may not get. So there's some concerns about Ready Player One there. We'll see what happens with that one. We'll see what that one's on. Let's see. Okay, so that was from Steph in Patreon. The next one is from Ryan M and a non-Patreon member. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to destroy your name. Staya Das Gambiji. I hope I'm somewhere close to that. Will you ever do a reaction with your sons? They kind of gave you the push, right? Yes, absolutely. My sons gave me the push, and they have made it very clear that that's probably never going to happen. This is really blown up from where they thought I would ever be. They thought I'd get like 100 subscribers and that's where I'd stay for the rest of my entire life. And this was more about me watching movies and not so much about community building. But this has turned into community building. And they just, I don't know. I don't think they like being recorded or being on the internet or, you know, it's not for them. It's probably never going to happen. However, I will say this. My wife has showed interest in being on camera with me. So there might be a husband and wife thing in the future. We'll see what happens there. If you guys comment enough, I'm sure there might actually be, you know, some something going on in the future. So 2 big announcements for the people that have joined that weren't here at the beginning. This is a 10,000 subscriber Q&A session, and the bigger announcement is that I am giving $1,000 to one of my subscribers in the next 30 days. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and comment on at least one video in order to be in the running to win $1,000. For each video, you can go all the way back to my very first video, which was Star Wars Episode 4. And, you know, put a comment on that one, and then you'll have 2 entries. And then put a comment on the next one, you'll have 3 entries. And put a comment on the next one, you have 4, and so on. So there's about 100 movies out there that you can add a comment to. That'll give you 100 entries into winning $1,000 that I will be drawing out of a hat on the 1st of October. Okay? While you're there, give my videos a like. It really does help the channel. Like the videos. That's important. Let's get back to Q&A. Okay, let's see. From Emily S. from Patreon. What movie has been your biggest surprise hit so far and your biggest appointment? I really, really loved Forrest Gump. That movie really just completely blew me away. And yeah, I just fell in love with him just so completely in a short time frame. So that one really did blow me away. The movie that was a disappointment was Airplane. It was really, really hyped up by my Patreons and commenters, and it had been requested a whole lot, and it fell flat for me. There was a few funny parts, and I didn't appreciate the film, and I got a lot of flack for that. A lot of people were upset that I didn't like that film. I'm not going to like every film. You know, I'm a person just like you are, and it's going to be awesome for some people, and it's not going to be awesome for other people. Unfortunately, that was one of the ones that wasn't great for me. Let's see here. We got one more Patreon, and then we'll get to the non-Patreon members. Jamie W., and then a non-Patreon member, Scott Allen. What genre do you like the most / least? Let's see. So I am really... I've read a lot of books, but I tend to veer towards the sci-fi side of the world. Sci-fi, yeah. So my 3 big genres are sci-fi, fantasy, and then like mental thriller. Those are, my brain gets like, ooh, loves that. Gooey, yum, yum, yum. And then what genre do I not like the most? I think everybody knows this. Horror. I am not a horror fan. I am finding out that, like Silence of the Lambs was under the horror category. And that was much more a mental thriller to me. It was not horror at all. So, I'm going to be trying to stretch my horror boundaries. So, I'm not a gore person. That's my problem. Is gore. That's my problem. Actual humans doing very, very bad things to each other. That's about my limit for horror. Or Poltergeist. Not Poltergeist. No. That's the other one. What's the one? No. My sons told me this because I keep screwing it up. The one with the upside down walking girl thing that I know. Never, ever, ever. Exorcist. That one. It will never happen on this channel. Not ever. Not in 1,000 years. It won't happen. Okay, let's answer some actual comments before we get to the non-Patreon members' questions. Let's see. Yes, Jordan from Relax JNC. Exorcist. Yes, I will never watch The Exorcist. The Shining was not great. I mean, there was some mental sides to it that I appreciated, but the actual like gore and stuff, no, that's not for me. Let's see what else we got. 1 million subs. You watch it? Nope. Still wouldn't. Nope. Let's see here. Oh, Christina, you said there was one more question from you. Well, hold on. Let me go see if there was one more question from you. I'm sorry if I missed it. Let me go look really quick. I didn't see anything out there. Oh, yes. What are some of your favorite soundtracks, film, music that you have discovered? Oh, that's a great question, Christina. Let's see. Favorite, like, Stand By Me had a great old school soundtrack. Forrest Gump. I mean, come on. Forrest Gump had one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in my life for a movie. I mean, it's just fantastic. Dirty Dancing was great. Footloose was really good. I mean, there's been some really great movies with soundtracks. I have very much appreciate a good soundtrack. I have a very, very eclectic music background. I listen to everything from metal all the way to classical. I'm not a big rap person, but I have multiple rap albums. So I'm just not the gangster rap type of person. But I own Eminem, I own Snoop Dogg, I own Dr. Dre, I own Sir Mix-a-Lot. I've owned multiple rap albums that I appreciated. So I'm very eclectic when it comes to music. Let's see here. I should react to conspiracy theory. You can put the chat on slow mode. What's slow mode? I don't think I can change the settings once I've, started it. I don't know what slow mode is. Sorry, I can't change that. You're watching Arachnophobia. Arachnophobia is a fear of spiders. I'm a farmer. We're not afraid of snakes, or spiders or bugs or, dead things in the field. That's very common. We're not really afraid of animals or insects or reptiles of any kind. That's not a thing. Run DMC. I've got that album. I've got 2 of their albums, I think, actually. Conan the Barbarian and The Princess Bride both have epic soundtracks. I've watched The Princess Bride. I didn't remember it having an epic soundtrack. I remember a lot of like, it was like more Renaissance festival sound. I don't remember them having a great soundtrack. I don't know who Austin Powers is. Takata fan again. I don't know who that is. I'm afraid of naked old ladies. Like, yeah, I do. if they're trying to make out with me and be a dead person, yes, I have a problem with that. Let's see. Fast Times at Ridgemont Heights, Dazed and Confused, those both sound familiar and have been requested. I don't think Detroit Rock City has been requested. Bonjour. Hello, Thomas. Bonjour. Harry Potter will give you an instant subscriber explosion. I know, ask the 8-ball. Here's the problem. I am a massive Harry Potter fan. I have read all 7 books 6 times, from beginning to end. I've seen every single movie at least 4 or 5 times. And while the movies are great, they do not compare to the books. If you say you are a Harry Potter super fan and you have not read the books, I write you off. You are not a Harry Potter super fan. You are missing 90% of what makes Harry Potter an amazing series. For every single movie you watch, you are missing 30 subplots that exist behind the scenes that you know nothing about. Please, 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 please read the books. If you're not a reader, that's fine. Do the audiobooks. I've listened to the audiobooks 3 times. They're fantastic. Just give them a chance, please. Go to your library. Everyone has a library that you can get free. Absolutely, 0 cost. Free, either books or audiobooks from them that you just download to your phone and you can read them or you can listen to them completely free. It costs you nothing. Visit your library. I promise. You will not regret it. They also, by the way, someone asked me where I get my stuff. The library. They have DVDs, Blu-rays. They even have them digitally streaming available from your library. There's an app you download on your computer and you can just stream a movie to your computer from your library. It's fantastic. Libraries are free. They're amazing resources. Check them out. Let's see. Yes, I've read Lord of the Rings 3 times. I've also read the Song of Ice and Fire series twice. The Song of Ice and Fire series, for those of you that don't know, is the, what do you guys call it? You guys call it the HBO thing, the Game of Thrones. That's actually based on a book series called The Song of Ice and Fire. Ice and Fire are actual swords. That's the name of the swords, Ice and Fire. So, yeah, I've read all those. And I've seen all the Lord of the Rings stuff and all the Harry Potter stuff. Let's get back into some Q&A. Okay, these are all non-Patreon member questions, and these are over on the community page on my YouTube. And so let's see. Miss J, has there been a movie that you didn't think you would like, but after watching it, you really liked it, and if so, what movie? So I want to say Fight Club is my answer to that. Based just on the title, I didn't think I would like the movie at all. But it threw me for a loop, and I loved every minute of it. It was a great movie, a crazy premise. I almost figured it out. I was so close to figuring it out, but I didn't. I know I was this close to figuring it out, but I didn't figure it out. So thanks, Miss J, for that. Ella, what has been your biggest jump scare, and or what film has surprised you the most? Well, I just answered that one. The one that surprised me was Fight Club. Jump scares, I would say it's Jurassic Park. That one, fantastic movie, but I jumped out of my chair so many times. Those damn dinosaurs. So yeah. So it would be Jurassic Park, where I just jumped out of my chair. It was crazy. Thanks for that, Ella. The next question is from Patrick S. What movie did you have high expectations for but felt totally let down after watching it? And that was Airplane. I mentioned it earlier. Everyone thought I was going to think it's absolutely hilarious, and I just didn't get the majority of the jokes in it. It was explained later to me in the comments that the majority of those jokes came from the early 70s, and I didn't exist. So I wouldn't have gotten those jokes to begin with. They were based on commercials and other movies that came out in the 70s. So I just wouldn't have gotten them to begin with. Let's see here. That was from Patrick S. Thanks, Patrick. Okay, John L. Will you be doing any movies that are on the older side, but that nearly no one else is doing? Absolutely. There are a bunch of older movies that have been highly requested that I do want to get to. I want to build this base up, though, because, like, I did San Andreas this last week, and it was thought to do a fairly good job, and it did absolutely horrible. No, hardly anybody watched it. And so my time would have been much better spent on maybe one of these older movies, but I have to build the channel up enough that I can do these older movies and still get decent views off of them. That way people do want to watch them. So that's kind of, we've got Twister coming out tomorrow. I hope everybody's excited for that. It was, I don't know what part of it was made in Iowa. I really don't. But I know it has Iowa ties, and I go into that during my reaction tomorrow. The Patreons already have that reaction, of course. They get it 2 days previous to YouTubers. And then, let's see. Oh, on the Patreon side, I should probably tell everybody, I started watching Breaking Bad, my first television series to react to. And that is a Patreon exclusive that I'll be doing one episode per week over on Patreon. I'll release every Wednesday a full reaction, because each episode's about 45-ish, 40 minutes long, somewhere in there. So every single week I'll be reacting to Breaking Bad over on Patreon. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. Let's see here. That was from John L. John's been a long time subscriber to this channel. He's one of my very first subscribers. So, hey, John, thank you so much. RVQ90. Will you ever react to TV shows like Gotham or any of the newer stuff? I just talked about it. Breaking Bad is going to be on Patreon. We went over that. I fast-forwarded in my brain, apparently, to the next comment. Didn't even know it. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, you gotta ride. Oh, that's a great username. A GOTTARIDE. You gotta ride. That's fun. Do you ever watch any movies on your own time, not for making reaction videos? If yes, what are they? Have you ever watched a movie with the intention of making a reaction video, but changed your mind about releasing it? So I watch Harry Potter still to this day. If my wife's in the mood, or the kids are over and they're in the mood or something like that, we'll watch Harry Potter. No, I haven't wanted to or started a reaction and ended it. That hasn't happened. Hold on. Sorry, I've been talking for a long time without drinking. Let's see here. And then sometimes I'll watch Lord of the Rings, but Lord of the Rings is, they're very long movies. So they're kind of tough. As much as I enjoy the books and the movies, they're very, very long. Let's see here. And then Zach Edwards, when are you getting back to Marvel? Well, thanks for the question, Zach. That is a difficult question. I would like to watch some more Marvel stuff, but it does absolutely horrible on my channel. And so maybe after a bit more, we grow the channel some more, then yeah, I will start a Marvel reaction again, see how it does. If it falls flat in his face, then, you know, that's the end of that. I already watched Airplane and I already watched Spaceballs. The reaction's already on my channel. Spaceballs is doing very, very, very well. Spaceballs is over 40,000. So that's pretty amazing. Let's see here. Brandy Murray, what's your favorite movie you've seen on the channel so far? And who is your favorite newly discovered actor, actress? Okay. Either Avatar or Forrest Gump. Those are probably my two favorites. And then there's so many great actors and actresses. Marissa Tomei. I got about 100 comments. Toe May. Hilarious. I screwed that name up very badly. She was fantastic. I'd love to see her in something else. The Tom Hanks is, of course, absolutely brilliant, and I love pretty much everything he's done that I've watched so far. So, other than that, I mean, there's been so many great actors. I can't even name them all. There's just, you know, there's so many. Kathy, my most popular reaction on YouTube is Spaceballs, believe it or not, with just over 40-some thousand watches. So that's the answer to that question. Thanks, Brandy, for your question. Let's see. Let's answer some comments from the comment section before we continue with Q&A. What do we got? I might enjoy The Light of the Moon, being from the Midwest. You may have heard of the man whose life it's based on. No, I don't know that movie. Sorry. Let's see, Zach. Also, you're at the point in the MCU that views tend to drop a bit. Once you get into Winter Soldier, they will jump. Iron Man 3 and Thor and Dark World tend to be the least favorite among fans. Okay. Marissa Tomei's second best performance equals The Paper. Okay, thanks, Ty. I'll have to take a look at that. Castaway is great with Tom Hanks. Do love me some Tom Hanks. Band of Brothers, I understand it's like a TV show or a mini series or something. It's been requested a whole lot, but that might be something that I do on the Patreon side. Start a Band of Brothers on the Patreon side to go with Breaking Bad, because that's been requested a lot. I fan the channel because of the Marvel films. It's a shame they don't perform well for you. Sorry about that, Michael. I hope the other content that I provide to you is filling your reaction needs. What was the last movie you saw in theaters? Oh my gosh. Quincy, Quincy, that's tough. It would have been probably 7, 8 years ago. Like Toy Story 3, I think was the last movie I saw in theaters. It was for the kids. I know that. So maybe it was Toy Story 3. I don't know how old that is. Let's see here. Quincy, you see two movies in the theater a week? Holy crap, that's a lot. That must get expensive. What's the funniest film? Andy Legg says, what's the funniest film you've watched, and have you seen Monty Python? No. Monty Python is on my list to watch. I know that. I'm supposed to watch one soon, I think. And then the funniest film I ever watched? I don't know. Happy Gilmore was the very first comedy I did on this channel, and I almost passed out because I was laughing so hard I was out of breath. I need to get another Adam Sandler movie in because I love that so much. But Dodgeball was absolutely hilarious. Spaceballs was just absolutely fantastic. The satire in that, it helped, of course, that I'd seen all the Star Wars stuff. That's the only reason they made sense, the satire. So, yeah. Let's see here. Did you ever hear voices or other unexplained sounds in your core? No, sorry, Ty, but I get your reference. It's from Field of Dreams, and I have a reaction out there for Field of Dreams. It's a very, very good movie. I love it thoroughly. How do you feel about stoner comedies? I have no idea. I've never done drugs in my entire life. I don't ever plan to do drugs in my entire life. So, I don't know. I'm not necessarily against the idea of the legalization of marijuana. But I also think smoking is an absolutely horrible habit that kills people on a daily basis. So, who knows? Let's see here. Billy Madison, Waterboy, Big Daddy, Tom Hanks. He was also one of my favorite actors. He had movies like Big or Splash. Another great series is True Detective. Possible for Patreon, okay. Howard the Duck. What is Howard the Duck? We used to have ducks. So, along with corn, we had ducks, but we had a lot of chickens. The ducks were pets. The chickens were not pets. So we ate chickens and their eggs. But here's the problem with ducks. They're not friendly to each other. Two of the ducks were mating. The other duck wanted to mate with them. And the female duck got so pissed at the male ducks that she drowned both of them in a one of those baby pools that you buy at Walmart for $10. She drowned them both. And basically, my father got so pissed off that he cut her head off, and we had her for dinner the next day. That's farm life for you right there. Yeah, Savage is right. Yeah. He might... No. That... Quincy says, holy crap. That's farm life for you, just to put it in perspective. No, ducks can be horrible mean. Okay, let's get back to the Q&A. We have some more to do. Ivan M. This is from my community page on YouTube. What's your favorite hobby? Obviously, reading is a big hobby of mine, but I also I'm quite an avid golfer, actually. I have a bogey. I'm a bogey golfer, so I have an 18 handicap. I don't know. Some people say that's good, others say it's horrible, so it depends on who you talk to. What's your favorite food? Oh, this is difficult. So, you guys know I'm a bigger guy. I weigh about 250 pounds. What's funny is when I got married to my wife, I weighed about 170 pounds, and she is a absolutely fantastic cook. And there are two things that she cooks with, and that is butter and fat. Those are the two things that she primarily cooks with, to tell you. My wife is an old school, from scratch cook, and I would say chef. Old school from scratch. If you want spaghetti, she makes spaghetti noodles. You know, everything is done from scratch. We know every single ingredient that is in our food. So, you know, I am a very, very lucky man. She feeds me well. And it's gotten to the point in our lives where we will actually go out to dinner and be quite disappointed with the food and just say to ourselves, we should have just stayed home. She could have made a better meal there than at the restaurant. So when we do find a restaurant that does a better job cooking than my wife, that goes to the top of the list, and we will visit it at least twice a month to make sure they have money for all their goods and services that they provide, because they deserve it. So to answer the question, sorry, Ivan M., my favorite food is, and a lot of you probably don't know what this is, it is stuffed peppers. It is probably one of my absolute favorite meals. Stuffed peppers is generally you get a large bell pepper. You hollow the bell pepper, and then you basically first you cook rice and browned hamburger. You cook that separately, and then you take the rice and you take the hamburger and you put it inside the hollowed out bell pepper, and then you put that in the oven for about an hour. And then it gets, sometimes you put a little bit of cheese on it. I'm not a cheese person at all, so I take it plain. And then you pull that out, and then you take a slice of bread and you put butter on it, and then you take the pepper and rice and hamburger and you put that on top of the buttered bread, and it makes a magnificent meal. It's just so fantastic. It's so good. If you have a chance, look it up. There are many recipes. Some ask to put barbecue sauce. Please do not do that. It ruins it so badly. Don't do that. What country would you like to visit the most? My wife and I have actually visited multiple countries already. And because I was very sheltered in my youth, and so as I've grown to an adult, I've wanted to explore this entire world and everything associated with it. We have been to Ireland and very, very much enjoyed Ireland. That's one of our favorite countries in the world, probably. We were in Italy last year for our anniversary. We went to Rome and we drove around Italy in a rental car for a bit. And I've been to Canada several times. We've been to Mexico. We've been to the Bahamas. But that's actually another announcement that I can make right here. Here's a big announcement for all of you. I will be traveling to England next year with a specific purpose. And that is to record a couple of reactions with UK reactors. We are going to collaborate while I'm over there in England and record a couple of reaction sessions with some larger reactors and see how that goes while I'm over there in England. I think it's going to be a jolly old time, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Let's see. So that's what's going on next year. I'll be in England next year for a few weeks. Let's see here. That was from Ivan M. Thanks, Ivan. The second big announcement for anybody that hasn't already seen it, sorry, I got the burps. Up in the corner, up here, nope, that one. You'll see that for over the next 30 days, I will be giving away $1,000 to one of my subscribers. Over the next 30 days, as long as you are subscribed to this channel, on October 1st, I will be looking through every single comment that has existed on my channel and pulling one name out of all those and giving them a $1,000 gift card to Amazon. So to be part of the contest, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and make a comment on at least one video. For each video, you place a comment, only one comment allowed per video to be part of the entry. So one entry per video. But you can go all the way back to my original video, which is Star Wars Episode 4, and put a comment on that video. And every video going forward, there's about 100 of them, and that would be about 100 entries into winning $1,000 on October 1st. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your relatives, tell your brother or sister, whoever. Go subscribe to Awesome US Movies and comment on at least one video to be entered in to win $1,000. Okay, let's see. We got more questions and answers. Taka, oh my gosh, she's Taka2 fan again? Taka2 fan again. How did you get to be so awesome? Oh, well, you know, it's tough. No, my answer to this is very, very simple. And that is a very famous quote that actually exists in many, many books, actually, at this point. And that is, behind every great man is an even better woman. The reason why I am as awesome as I am is because I have my wife. And she supports me and my actions and this channel and decisions that I make in this life. Decisions that she helps me decide which way to lean in life. And I help her decide which way to lean in life. And without her, I would not be the awesome person that I am. I truly, that's the truth. So thank you to my wife. I love you very much. And this life isn't possible without you. So thank you. Let's see here. That was from Taka2 fan again. Thanks for that. Koposh out. What you did back in the day and whether you are really an axe farmer. This has been an ongoing joke on my channel, and maybe I'm not speaking clearly for our foreign friends that are out there. I am not an axe farmer. I am an ex farmer, as in previously was a farmer. I didn't farm AXEs. I didn't farm axes. I'm an XEX farmer. That it made me giggle the first time this happened, and this has happened multiple times now. People have been like, "What is an axe farmer?" Maybe I need to pronunciate better. X farmer. I'm an X farmer. It's very funny. Thanks, Koposh. Tom C. Let's see here. What, if any, are your favorite sports to watch? Oh. I am a baseball, football, and golf fan. I am not a basketball fan in any way, shape, or form. I don't really have a lot of time to watch them, so, like a Sunday afternoon golf on TV is fantastic to take a nap to. Just saying. I have very, very, very much enjoyed watching the Field of Dream games that Major League Baseball has put on the last 2 years. I've personally been there. It's an amazing site. It really is. I'm not very happy that they are actually building a permanent stadium on that site at this point. You kind of lose that walking out of a cornfield when you have a massive $10-30 million stadium sitting there that's been there, So, Whatever. People are going to want to make money. Yeah, it was the Cubs versus the Cardinals. I am a Cubs fan, not Cardinals. No, no, no. Cubs, Chicago Cubs. And if you aren't aware, the AAA team for the Cubs are the Iowa Cubs. We have the AAA farm team for the Chicago Cubs here in Des Moines. We have actually quite a beautiful AAA park here in Des Moines. I've gone to many games. So thanks for that, Tom. Sundeep, we have about 5 more questions. Who are some of your favorite authors? Oh, goodness. Why did you open that can of worms? I mean, let's hit some of the highlights. Michael Conley, J.K. Rowling, J.R.R. Tolkien, George R.R. Martin. There's some big ones. But maybe let's throw some lesser ones out there. Andy Weir, Peter Clines, and Jim Butcher. Those 3, I could listen to those for years. They have some fantastic books out there that I've read multiple times. So thank you to all those authors out there that create these wonderful worlds for my brain to get lost in. I so appreciate it. Thank you for that. And I could go on and on with authors. That was from Sundeep. Canadian Chris, how many movies on your channel have you watched that you have already read the book for? 0 is the answer to that. And it's specifically 0 because I'm very afraid that because I've read so many books, I'm afraid I already know everything about that movie. And it's not really a blind reaction, a first-time reaction. I have never seen these movies before. I want to keep it that way. And to my mind, reading the book is seeing the movie. If I've read a book, I know what's going to happen. I know plot points. I know, tactics being taken. So I don't want to get away from that blind reaction, that first-time watching reaction. So there's that. Let's see. Call me Kylie. Can you tell me how not to be nervous? Oh, Kylie. Yes, it's easy. Keep reminding yourself that you are awesome. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. Just don't. You are awesome. Be proud of who you are. That's what matters. Not what those other people think or say. It matters what you think. You know that you're an awesome person. So believe in it. And that will stop your nervousness. It really will. Just believe in yourself. Anything is possible within you. Okay? I hope that helps. Thanks for the question, Kylie. I appreciate it. Let's see. JJ, why don't you go by Jimmy? Because I already have a cousin. I mean, not a cousin, my uncle. And his name is Jimmy. And so that'd be weird if there was 2 of us. I prefer James. Jimmy seems a little childish to me. And he'll yell at me later about that. Amanda Alley, this is our last Q&A, but I will answer more comments after this. Is there a genre you are not interested in reacting to? And that is horror. Everyone knows it, hopefully, at this point. I am not a horror fan. I really am. I enjoy mental thrillers, but not horror. Not true horror. And there are movies out there that are just complete true horror. And that's just, my brain doesn't like that. My wife doesn't like me watching it. It's just, we don't want that in our house, in our brains, in our lives. It's just, try and keep things as clear in our brains as possible. I just mentally don't appreciate the genre. Okay. Let's talk to some people in chat. Hello, chat people. What is my favorite YouTube channel? I have several actually. Mr. Beast is hilarious. The amount of money he throws into a YouTube channel is insane to me. He gives away like $10,000, like it's petty cash. He spent $1 million on like an island to give things away, and he does just insane things. It's entertaining. There's a YouTube channel called Daily Dose of the Internet that I like. It's just funny clips that are occurring out in the world. Laura Farms, I've talked about. I've watched her videos to remind me of farming and what I'm missing, or what I no longer have in my life. I enjoy the lockpicking lawyer. He's funny, and what he's capable of in disassembling these locks and tearing them apart is funny. And then I have a couple of mechanic based YouTubes that I watch. I'm a very handy, hands based on person. I know a lot of you probably don't know this. I mean, as a farmer, you have to know how to do a lot of things. So I know how to do a bit of engineering. I know how to do plumbing. I know how to do electrical. I know how to do carpentry. I know how to do concrete work. I know how to do mechanic work. And so there's just, things you have to know in that world. And I've been trained my entire life to know all these different things. It's kind of a jack of all trades. My wife very much appreciates my skill sets. We have done very, very big things to our house. Torn down walls, put in doors, taken out doors, put in windows, taken out windows, all over our house. So we put a lot of time and effort into our home. And it's all with these hands. So yeah. But I also have a absolute crap ton of tools, and she has not been allowed to use the garage for over 20 years. So there's that. there's that side of it. She's not very happy about that part. Let's see here. Speaking of Spaceballs, have I watched Rambo? No, it's been asked a lot. You'll be married for 20 years tomorrow, Quincy? Well, happy anniversary to you. Let's see. Did you see YouTuber Andy Worski just had a big boxing match? I don't know who that is. Awkward Ashley is hilarious. I don't know who that is. I don't know what watches based YouTubers. I don't know what that is. My favorite car / dream car. It would be a 1967 Camaro Super Sport RS with the fold back lights. That is my dream car. The problem is, the older I get, the more I appreciate modern engines, modern suspensions, and modern braking systems. If you drove one of those cars today with the braking system and the steering system that existed back then, you would not be pleased. It's not good. Modern brakes are an engineering marvel. Modern engines are an engineering marvel. An engineering feat. While the engine was great back then, my truck, and I own a Ram, has more horsepower in it than that motor did. The difference is torque. It has a lot more torque. But my truck can also tow about 13,000 pounds. So, it's all gear ratios and things like that come into play. If I had my dream car, it would be that exact vehicle, 1967 Camaro Super Sport RS. And everything associated with the mechanical side of it, torn out of it. And modern mechanical put into it. Modern braking, modern suspension, a modern fuel-injected engine. Thanks, Patrick. Patrick has a fantastic channel. Everyone should go check him out. He has a great reaction channel, just like this one. So you should go check him out. Thanks, Patrick. It's appreciated. But yeah, so there you go. 1967 Camaro Super Sport RS. So it's a Super Sport Rally Sport. It's a thing. You can look it up. Anyways, favorite piece of farm equipment? Wow, that's tough. Thanks, Craig. Backhoe. I'm pretty easy. Something that makes my life way easier. Moving dirt. I don't like it. Something that makes my life way easier. A good tractor. I mean, like a good tractor with a bucket on the front and then different attachments for the back, like a post hole digger. Those are fantastic if you need to put a fence up. But this is Iowa. We're not big on fences here. Fences are for parts of the country that have cattle and things like that. We do corn and beans and things like that. Fences fall. They get in the way. They tear up your equipment. That's just, no. We're not fence people. Unless you have a backyard and you have dogs, then you have a fence. You know, we're not fence people around our farmland. That's really not a thing. Let's see what else we got. Thanks again, Patrick, for that donation. I appreciate it. Have you heard mention it in a long time? Did you ever upgrade your computer? Yes. Thanks, YG713. My Patreons help me significantly, and I have upgraded my computer at this point. I'm taking, I don't know if you heard, the rest of my YouTube money, everything that's left over, and I'm giving it away. I'm giving it to you, one of my YouTube subscribers. I am giving $1,000 on October 1st. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel and make a comment on at least one video. You can make a comment on each video if you'd like, and that'll give you about 100 entries. I have about 100 videos to watch. And then that's it. I will pull a name out of a hat, and that person will receive a $1,000 Amazon gift card as a thank you from me. If you have not subscribed yet, please, let's see if we made it. Are we there? Are we at 10,000? No, we're at 9,991. We are nine people, 9 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. We're so close. We're so close. We're so close. Please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your relatives, tell your brothers and sisters. Go subscribe to the channel. Make a comment. Have a chance to win $1,000. Okay? How do you keep the coyotes out from killing your chickens? Our chickens are in, we have like coops, right? But ours are hardened. It's more like a barn is for our chickens. Because they actually have like, it's like, you know, it's like a barn. There's no way for them to get out or in. It'd be very, very difficult. And plus we shoot them. So there's the other side of them. If we don't have a lot of coyotes in Iowa, but if we did, they would probably be shot very quickly if they're anywhere near livestock or chickens or things along those lines. Yes, thanks, Chef's Kiss. I really did need an updated editing system. It was taking somewhere between 6 and 7 hours to process the recordings, and I've got it all the way down to less than 1 hour to process my editing. Once the editing has been completed, you push a button and it processes all that logic, and it takes about an hour now versus 7 or 8 hours is what it used to take. It was absolutely horrible. It had to run all night long, and so yes, thank you so much. Let's see here. Much love from Pennsylvania. Thanks, Lil. I appreciate it. I'm going to get me some ducks for security. Actually, you would know a funny story. That is actually a thing, Chef's Kiss. You can actually buy trained ducks. That's actually a thing that you can do on farms, is buy trained ducks that alert you anytime someone comes down your drive. They're very, very, very loud, and they will attack people unless given a command to no longer attack. That's an actual thing. You can buy trained ducks. It's a thing. Let's see. Patrick says we have too many coyotes here in my neck of the woods, Tennessee. Couple bobcats too. Oh yeah, bobcats are bad. So yeah, no, we'd have somebody sitting out there at night taking care of them if that was a real problem around here. Do you have any other animals on the farm? Yeah, we had ducks, Elizabeth. We had ducks, and we had chickens. And then we had corn, and sometimes we had beans, but generally you generally do sweet corn. But there is a rotating type of thing you do with the crops. But we also had a good-sized personal garden for planting, all of our fresh goods for our own family. So tomatoes, peppers, onions, carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, potatoes, pumpkins. We had a strawberry patch. We had a very, very small apple orchard with only about 6 trees. We had rhubarb. We had, we had a lot. We stayed very busy. Let's see, what else? Let's see. I need to run, but I wanted to thank you for the channel, James. Oh, Quincy, thank you so much. And I also wanted to say, if any of you are fans of video games and God of War, my good friend Jordan, who is on Relax with J&C, he is doing a blind playthrough of God of War, and I think that stream is actually starting pretty quickly. He's done 1 episode so far. And it's just such a fantastic game. And Jordan's never played it before, so it's awesome. Again, that channel is Relax with J&C, and he's doing a blind playthrough of God of War. I think we're going to come to an end here. I really, really hope everyone has enjoyed talking with me today and chatting. And don't forget, I'm giving away $1,000. And you just have to subscribe to the channel and comment on a video. That's all you have to do. Tell your friends, tell your brothers and sisters, your relatives that subscribe to Awesome US Movies. I'll be giving away $1,000 on October 1st. Thank you so, so, so much to everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. Did we get to 10,000? 9,994. We're 6 away. We'll get there tonight. We will. Thank you so much, everybody. I so, so much appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. And don't ever forget, don't forget it, that you are awesome. Don't ever forget it. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. It's very much appreciated. We'll see you next time. Twister is coming out tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Come watch Twister with me. Thanks, everybody. Bye.